Hi everyone, welcome back once again in my YouTube channel. So guys, in this video, what I'm going to discuss, it's very important interview question in the interview room. So most of the time, interviewer asks this question in the interview room. So guys, that question is when we should go for abstract class and when we should go for interface, right? So guys, this is the most valuable or most repeated question in the interview room. If you will go 10 interview, so minimum 7 to 8 interview, this question they may ask by the interviewer, right? So that's why we can say this question is very common question in the interview room, guys. So the interviewer, they may ask in different way this question. Sometimes they may ask what is the exact difference between abstract class and interface. Sometimes they may ask when we should go for abstract class, when we should go for interface. Sometimes they may ask what is the exact difference between abstract class and interface. So don't confuse, guys. So all the way answer will be same only. Okay, they will what confuse sometimes, they will confuse you sometimes asking the way of asking the question, right? What they're asking the question, they're asking ways different, but answer will be same in every question, guys. So don't confuse, guys. So be concentrated. So what I'm going to explain in this video, so it will completely, I will explain what is the exact difference between abstract class and interface. That means when we should go for abstract class and when we should go for the what interface. If you will concentrate 20 to 30 minutes entire video, and if you will watch entire video, definitely you don't have any confusion, okay, for knowing the exact difference between abstract class and interface, or what we can say, so when we should go for the abstract class and when we should go for interface. Correct, guys? So in this discussion, I will discuss around 7 to 8 possible differences. So what I'm going to explain now, in this discussion, I will discuss around 7 to 8 possible differences. If you people explain the all differences in front of interviewer, definitely they will what convince a lot and they will feel very happy. Okay, so guys, so this all differences I will explain with our board in the sense, guys, I will explain with our this board. Okay, this edit plus, guy. Okay, so in the forward tabular form, guy. So what I'm going to explain in the tabular form. One side I will give the abstract class and other side interface. So one by one I will explain all the differences. Okay, so guys, be concentrated. So what I've told, guys, difference between what interface and abstract class, right? So what is the exact difference between interface and abstract class? So guys, sometimes they may ask when we should go for interface and when we should go for abstract class. Okay, so guys, I will explain very neat and clean all the differences. So I will explain all the almost what 7 to 8 differences. So please see very carefully. So guys, one set I will show interface, interface, or in that way I can explain you this is interface, or you can that's okay. this at interface, this at abstract class. So I will explain one by one. So don't confuse. See, if you will go through with this point, what I'm going to explain very concernedly, so definitely you should not have any confusion from today onwards. Okay? And this is the very, very important question in the interview room. Okay. So guys, what I have told you. So I will explain in tabular form. Already mentioned you. So one side I am giving interface and one side I am giving every class. So guys, first I am going to explain first difference. Okay. See, let's start, right? So guys, see, when we need to choose interface, right? When we need to choose the interface, or when we should go for the interface, in which scenario? Guys, concentrate. So guys, if we don't anything about implementation, what? If we don't anything about what? Implementation, just if we have requirement specification. Get it? Please be concentrated. It's very, very easy if you will concentrate entire video, so that differences of interface and abstract class becomes too easy, guys. So what I have told you, if you don't know anything about the implementation, just if we have what? Requirement specification, then we should go for interface. What? Then we should go for interface. So you just write in simple way, what? If we don't know anything, what? Anything about implementation, right? Implementation, right? If we have what? If we have only what? If we have only what? Requirement specification, right? Requirement specification, right? Then what? Then we should go what? We should go for what? Which concept? Interface. Right? Then we need to choose the interface concept. Simple, guys. It's very simple, right? If you don't know anything about implementation, if you have only requirement specification, then we should go for the interface concept. Correct? But guys, in the case of what? In the case of guys, in the case of abstract class, right? In the case of abstract class, how different, guys? If you know implementation, guys, what? If you know what? If you know implementation, right? If you know implementation, but condition here. What one condition is there? If you know implementation, right? But not completely, guys. But not completely, right? But not completely. That will be what? That is a partial, right? Partial implementation, if you know, right? Partial implementation, if you know, then what? If you know about implementation but not completely, that is partial implementation, then what? We should go for, right? Then we should go for which concept, guys? We should go for abstract class, right? Abstract class concept, right? Concept happily. Yes or no? Right, guys? This is, guys, first difference. So what I have told, if we know what? Implementation but not completely, that is what? Partial implementation, if you know, then we should go for abstract class concept happily. Yes or no? That is, guys, our first point. So when we should go for the interface, when we should go for the abstract class, so that first point you need to tell to the interviewer, so they will understood what? So this guy knows, right? Okay, guys. So guys, this is first difference. Now I am going to explain, guys, second difference. which is very important. Please concentrate. So guys, from second differences, I will discuss about method guide. So how method wise interface and abstract class both are different, and when we need to choose the interface and when we need to choose the abstract class regarding what method. So let me talk about method guys now. See guys, that is our point number 2. That is our point number 2 guys. So guys, see, every method present inside interface. What? Every method present inside interface. So also I will write along with every method, right? Every method. What? Inside the every method present guys. Inside the what? Every method present inside the what? Inside the interface guy. Inside the interface guy is always by default means what? Is always guy, you know what? Always guy what? So guy, it's public. Public. And guys, second what? Okay. Any guess? Okay. Abstract. So every method present inside the interface is always what? Public and what guy? That is abstract. These two things keep in mind. Okay, these two things keep in mind guys. So every method present inside the abstract class, that is public and abstract. Correct guys? Whether we are declaring or not, there is also one important concept. Whether what? We are declaring or not. Right? Whether we are declaring or not. So every method inside the interface will be what? Public and abstract. That's why guys, one thing important point you can say what guys. So that's why guys, so that's why what? That's why what? Interface guy. That's why interface is also what? Is also known as guy. Also known as what? Guy. What is known as guy? Also known as what? 100% what? 100% what guy? Pure abstract. Pure what guy? Abstract class. Good guy? That is important point guy. That is important point. You should keep in mind. You should remember this thing, right? You should remember. That's why I am mentioning here important point. That's why interface is also known as what? Guys, 100% pure abstract class. See guys, if you will give the answer in such a way, so definitely interviewer will be too much convinced. Definitely they will understood this guy knows about the interface and abstract class. In which scenario we need to choose the interface and which scenario we need to choose the abstract class. Right guy? See. So this is the second difference guy. Now I will jump into abstract class. Right guy? See. That is point number 2 only guy. See guy, but in inside abstract class, but inside guy abstract class, every method need not be public, need not be abstract, right? Need not be public, need not be abstract. So I can mention it guy, but in the case of what? Abstract class guy, what? Every method what? Need not be guy, what? Need not be what? Public. There is no any such condition guy. Need not be guy. Need not be what? need not be what guy? Abstract, right? Correct guy? But in the case of what? Abstract class, right? Every method need not be public, need not be abstract, but guys, one condition is there. What? In addition of guys, what? In addition of abstract method, what? We can what guys? We can take concrete method as well, right? Concrete method, right guys? This is the one condition. In addition of abstract method, we can take concrete method as well. So guys, you know very well what is concrete method? The method which have implementation, right? The method which have implementation. Okay, that is our second point. What I have told you. So what difference second point guys? So every method present inside the interface is always public and abstract, whether we are declaring or not, right? That's why we can say guys 100% what? Pure abstract class. But in the case of guys abstract class, what? It need not be, it should be public, need not be, it should be abstract. In addition of abstract method guys, we can take concrete method as well. I hope you understood guys, right? This is guys second point. So you need to remember in this way, right? Okay guys, now I am coming into third point guys. Okay, so guys, what is the third point? So guys, this third point is very important. This third point guys, very important. Okay, just concentrate. So guys, every interface method, what? Every interface method is public. We know very well, right? So if it is always public, so we can't declare with private and protected. Correct? So I can write in this way. So what? Every method, right? Every method, what? Every interface method, we can say it's more understanding. So every what? Interface method, right? Is public. What we discussed earlier? It's public, right? It's public. So what? If it is, so if it is what? Always what? Public. Right? Every interface method is public, right? We know very well. So if it is always public guy, so what? So we can't declare guy. So we can't declare what guy? We can't declare with guy what? Private and protected, right? Yes or no? So we can't declare a private and protected, right? So always interface method guy abstract means what? Always what? Always interface method is what? Always interface method is guy. Interface method is guy what? Always interface method is abstract only, right? Abstract, right? For that, guy. So for the abstract method guy, for that abstract method guy, method, you know, there is one big enemy list here. For that abstract method, one big what? Enemy list. So you may be confused. What is enemy list, right? I will explain here. Enemy list is there again. Enemy list is there. So what enemy list is there? I explain here. See guys, we can't declare as a final, right? Right? We can't declare as a final, right? We can't declare as a static. We can't declare as a native. We can't declare as a what? A strict FP. We can't we can't declare as what? We can't declare. I will tell you every point, guys. See, we can't declare as a final, guy. We can't declare as a static, right? We can't declare as a, guy, what? Synchronize. We can't declare as a native. We can't declare as a, guy, what? Strict FP. Okay, but guys, see what I mentioned you. So if it is public, so we can't what? Declare as a this all the modifier, right? So guys, you know, right? So normal method, guys, normal method we can declare with that modifier, right? But normal method we can declare, guys, what? But normal method, guys. But guys, one thing keep in mind, what? But one thing keep in mind, guys, what? But normal method, guys, this is the, guy, interface method, right? So but normal method we can declare with the help, what? With that modifier as well, right? So final, static, synchronity, what? Normal method we can declare with the that modifier, but with the abstract method we can't declare at all. With abstract method, guys, we can't declare with this modifier, right? Because by default every method inside interface is public and abstract, correct, guys? So also I can write, so for understanding purpose, so normal, what? Normal method, what? We can declare with that, what? Modifier, right? Yeah, alright, modifier only, right? Modifier, right? But with the abstract method, guys, but with the abstract method, we can't, right? We can't declare at all, correct? Declare at all, guys, correct? But what happened? Because why? Reason, guys, because you know, right? Because by default, guys, right? By default every method, what? Inside every method, guys, inside the interface, right? Inside the interface, right, is what? Is public and what? Protect. Public and abstract. I hope you understood that, right? So guys, this is the point you should keep in mind, right? When we talk about the what? Modifier related stuff, correct, guys? Okay. So guys, what will happen in the case of the abstract class, right? That is our third point, right? So what will happen about the abstract what? Abstract class, right? So guys, but now what will happen in abstract class? So guys, for abstract class there is no any restriction about the what? About the abstract class. There is no any restriction, right? There is no any restriction is there, right? There is no any restriction at all. Okay, this restriction only for the interface. Okay, so abstract class method can be declared what? So right, what we can say? So abstract class method, right, can be, right, declare as what? Declare as what? Me. So public protected, public static, static, then what? Synchronized. Yes or no, guys? Synchronized, native, and guys, right, guys? So there is no any problem at all, right? In the case of FC class, happily we can declare, right? Yes or no? FC class method can we declare as this one? Should there is no any restriction. What I have done, guys. So one more time I can write here. So about the FC class, guys. FC class. What? There is what? There is no any what? There is no any, guy, what? Restriction is there. There is no any restriction. Right? There is no any restriction. What? We can declare. What? We can declare as what? What? Public. And what? A static. Static, guy. Then we can declare as what? Synchronized. Synchronized, native, right? Then what? Right? So guys, this is the difference of what? FC class. That is point number, guys, third, right? Third point. So we should keep in mind. So what is the third difference, guys? So every interface method is public. So it is always what? Public. So we can't declare as a what? Private and protected. But in the case of what? FC class, we don't have any such type of restriction. Correct, guys? That is, guys, point number third. Okay. Okay, so guys, third point we have done, right? Okay, also I can, in this way I will secret so you will understand very well, guys. It is not happening here? Okay, no problem. So this will be happen this place now. Since why it's not happening? 1 minute. Okay, this thing we can do, but why? Yeah. So guys, that is third point completed, right? So third point we have done. We can do. Okay, so in that way I can do for understanding purpose, guys. That is second point, right? So this is first point, guys, and that is the second point, guys, right? And guys, that is third point. Okay, so guys, you will keep in mind in this way, so it will understanding for you, right? It is more understanding for you. Whenever if you open this video, you can see very what? Clear view, right? Okay, guys. So guys, this is our third difference, right? So guys, so as of now we have discussed point number 2 and point number 3, right? That is talk about what? Variable level, right? That is about the method level, right? That is talk about the method level. Point number 2, point number 3, guys. Now I will discuss about variable level, guys. So now point 4 and 5 discuss about variable level. So how variable level this interface are different from the abstract class. Right guys? So point number what? 4. Guys, very easy if you understand pretty clearly. Okay. So guys, that point number 4. Or the point number 4 guys. So guys, every variable present inside interface. What? Every variable. I can write along with. So what? Every variable, right? Every variable. What? Inside the guys, what? Inside the interface. Concentrate. So every variable inside the interface is always guys. What? Is always what? You always get, you know what? Public. Always get public. Then what? A static. And then what? Final. Earlier what we have defined, that is method level guy. And now what I'm going to explain, that is what? One minute guy. Again and iterate. Okay. What point number 4? I have told you. So what? Every method, right? So every variable, right? Every variable. What? Every variable present, right? Every variable get present inside the interface, right? Inside the interface. Always, right? Always what guy? Always guy. What I've told you? It's public. Then guy, it's static. And guy, it's final. Right? Good. Always keep it in mind. Every variable present inside interface is always what? Public, static, final. Whether guy, one condition. Whether we are what? Declaring or not. Whether we are declaring or not. This one condition guy. So every method guy. So every variable inside the interface. What? We can say by default, right? Every variable inside the interface is always public, static, final. Whether we are declaring or not. Good guy? But guy, this thing in what? About the abstract class guy. But you know what happened? But the abstract class, but about the guide, what? But the abstract class, what? What guy? But the abstract class, what? About the but in the abstract class guy, one guy. But in the abstract class, variable, in the abstract class variable, what? Always what? Need not be. But in the abstract class variable, need not be what? Need not be public, static, and what? Final. Just reverse guy. So, but in the abstract class variable need not be public, static, and final, right? So guys, this is also one important what differences related to the our what variable level. Correct guys? I hope you understood. Correct? So guys, that is we can say our point number 4, right? Okay. So guys, now will come the point number 5th. I hope you people are getting guys what I'm going to explain here. It's very simple guy, right? So if you concentrate, if you will focus, so we will what understand all the point very easily, guys. So guys, that was the point number 4. Okay, next guy, this also belongs to variable level only. So what the 5th point, guy? So every variable present inside interface is public, so we can't declare this variable as private and protected. Okay, what I have told. So what every, right, every variable, right, every variable present what inside the interface what is public, right, is public. So guys, what happened? So we can't, right? So what will happen, guys? What we can't what declare, we can't declare what this variable, we can't declare this variable what as a what, guys? Private, private and what protected, right? Okay, we can't declare every variable present inside the interface is public, we know very well, right? So we can't declare this variable as a private and what protected, right? Because by default it is public, right? Why? Because by default, guy, what by default, what by default it is, guy, it is what public, correct? I hope you understood. Okay, by default it is public. Guys, tell me one thing, one important question here. So what important question? So guys, tell me one thing. So for interface, guy, is it possible to create object? Guys, tell me. Any idea? So is it possible to create object? No at all, right? Absolutely not. Correct? We can't create the what? What? We can't create the object for the interface. We can't create object at all for the interface. Then means, guys, if we can't create the object, then serialization concept will be not happen, right? If we can't create the object, then serialization concept will not applicable. Yes or no? Serialization concept will not be applicable. Then, guy, if serialization concept will not applicable, then tangent keyword is not applicable for the interface concept. You know very well, right? What is tangent? Which field we are not participating in the synchronization, right? So if we are not able to create the object of the interface, so serialization concept will not applicable. If serialization concept will not applicable, then tangent keyword is not applicable for the interface, right? It is clear, guy, for all the guy. Is it clear for all of you? I hope yes, right? So guys, because serialization concepts are applicable for object only, right? Because serialization concepts are applicable for objects. So tangent keyword is applicable for serialization. But for interface, if you can't create object, right? That's why, guys, tangent keyword like concept are not applicable for interface, right? So we can write in this way: if we are not able to create object, right, object of the what, guys, interface, right? So what serialization concept but is not what not applicable right? Right? If you are not able to what create object of the interface, so serialization concept is not applicable. If what guys, if serialization concept is not applicable, right, then what tangent, what tangent keyword, right, tangent keyword is also what not applicable, right, for the interface. Yes or no guys? Guys, that is the important point you need to keep in mind, right? You need to keep in mind, correct guys? So every interface variable is always final, right? This is guys first one point, and second point guys, so every interface variable is what always final, we know very well, right? So every interface variable is always final. So if it is always final guys, we can't apply volatile modifier, right? Every interface variable is guys, also I can write guys, if what if every what interface variable is what final guys, you know very well, right? You know very well, right? If every interface variable is what final, right, so we can't apply it, right? So we can't apply what volatile, you know, this is multi-threading concept here, volatile. So volatile modifier, right, is keyword of modifier, modifier, right? We can't apply volatile modifier. Why guys? Because you know that, because what volatile what guys, volatile means what, you know, volatile means guy what, you know, volatile means guy keep on changing, what keep on changing, right? Keep on changing, right? But final means what guy, final means what, final means okay, fixed, right? Final means fixed, yes or no? But volatile means keep on changing. So if variable is final guy, so guy, so if variable is, so variable is what final, if variable is final, we can't what, we can't use what volatile, what in the guys, see such type of explanation will not get any places, right? If you concentrate, you can what get easily, right? You can get easily, correct? I hope you understood that, correct? So already I have discussed something before this guy. So every variable inside the public, so we can't declare as a, okay, don't worry. So guys, this point number fifth, right guy? So guy, what happened about the abstract class guy? There is no any restriction guy. There is no any restriction, right? There is no any restriction what in abstract class guy. Abstract class. There is no any restriction in abstract class. You can use what can use happily, but you can use any variable, right? You can get any variable, right? Modified. Good. So you don't have such type of what? Any restriction is there in the what? Abstract class. Correct, guys? I hope you understood. Correct? If you are not able to create object, this guy, if you are not able to create object of the what? Interface, so serialization concept is not applicable. If serialization concept is not applicable, then transient keyword is also not applicable for the interface. Correct? So, that is point number 5, right? That is point number 5. And what I mentioned that show every, right? Every variable what? Inside interface what? Everywhere when inside interface public. Public. We can't declare. We can't declare as what? Private and protected, right? Private and what? Protected. Okay. This thing keep in mind. Correct, guys? So guys, that is point number 5. So now we'll jump into point number 6, right? Now guys, I will explain what is the point number 6, right? Point number 6. So guys, if interface variable is by default what? Public static final, that's why we can't use what? Private, protected, transient and volatile keyword modifier, correct? Got it, guys? Okay, guys. So guys, point number 6. There is another very, very important point, guys. This point number 6 is another very, very important point. Okay. So what is that point, guys? I am explaining now. Concentrate, guys. So guys, for the interface variable, suppose guys, what? For the interface variable, guys, suppose I am writing one small pseudocode. Suppose interface suppose test, our interface name, interface test, right? Okay. Suppose if I will create one variable, right? Int x, right? Int x. Okay, concentrate. Very simple but very interesting. Very interesting. See, guys, can you tell me, guys, this is valid or invalid? What I have written here. So can you tell me this is valid or invalid? Invalid only, guys. If you will write this way, the compiler will give what? So the exception. Okay. If you will write in this way, so definitely compiler will give the exception. Because why? We should know the reason, guys. If you writing this way, so why the compiler will give exception? We should know the reason, right? So guys, interface variable compulsory at the time of declaration we have to perform initialization, right? What have to do? For interface variable, guy, compulsory at the time of declaration we have to perform initialization, right? Because here we are not performing any initialization, right? Because here we are not performing any initialization, it will throw exception like, right? What it will throw exception get? So exception like, get what? Compile time exception, right? Compile exception, just like it will say what? Equal symbol, what? Equal symbol expected. Okay, it will give such type of exception. Okay, so for interface variable guy, compulsory we should perform initialization at the time of declaration. Only if you are not performing initialization, it will throw compile type exception. Okay, this is the very important things. But guy, what will happen for the abstract class? What will be happen for the abstract class guy? See, abstract class variable declaration, they know any what? Such type of restriction. Or what? Abstract. Or what? Abstract class, right? Or what? Abstract class variable declaration. For what? Variable declaration. For what guy? Variable declaration, there is what? There is no any such what? Restriction. Okay? There is no any such restriction is there. That is this difference. I hope you understood. Okay? So that was our point number 6. That is our point number 6. I hope you got it. Okay. So guys, next point number. Now guys, point number 7. Right? What is the point number guys? 7. We'll discuss now. Okay. So guys, till 6, I hope you don't have any confusion, right? So guys, point number 4, 5, 6 related to the variable only, right? So guys, point number 4, 5, 6 related to the variable part only. Okay. Second, third related to the method level. 4, 5, 6 related to the variable. Guys, now point number 7. Just consider guys. Point number 7, right? See what is point number 7 guys? So guys, see what is the point number 7. So inside interface guys, is it possible to take instance block? Guys, tell me. Inside the what? Guys, tell me. Inside the interface, what? Inside the interface, tell me. Is it possible? Possible to what? Right. Is it possible to take instance variable? Instance block it. Instance block. Right? Absolutely no. Absolutely guys, no. Right? Inside the interface, is it possible to take instance block? Absolutely no. Because guys, we are not creating object, right? Because we are not creating object. That's why instance block, a static block, is not applicable for interface. Okay? Because we are not creating object. That's why instance block, a static block, is not applicable for the interface here. Just guys, just observe. Suppose interface, yes, okay, interface test, right? In this guy, suppose if you have done some instance block, okay, and guy, that is that is that is a static block. That is a static block. Okay, that is instance block, first one, and that is a static block. Guys, tell me, is correct? Is it valid? No, guys, absolutely not valid. Absolutely not valid. What? Absolutely not valid. What? It will throw. What? It will throw, guys. What? It will throw, guys. Compile time exception. What? Compile time exception. It will throw compile time exception, guys. Okay, you can check, guys, in your 1 minute, guys. 1 minute. I have written, so that is 1 minute. So guys, inside interface, what I have told you, is it possible to create what? Instance block. Instance block, guys. Right? No, guys. Right? Absolutely no. So what we understood with the example in that way, right? Just always get. Suppose if you are taking what? Interface, right? Interface, get. Suppose in this interface, if you are creating what? One instance block, right? In that interface, if you are going to create a static block, right? Static, right? So directly it will what? Show the what? Compile time exception. It will show the compile exception. Correct? In the case of guys, interface. In the case of interface. So you can check, guys, what is the compile time exception by your own, right? Immediately, guys, what? Immediately, guys, it will throw what? It will throw what? Compile time exception. Okay, it will immediately throw it compile time. Right? But guys, in the case of what? In the case of what? Abstract class. In the case of abstract class, it absolutely valid, guys. How? Just assume, just observe. Abstract class test. Okay. Abstract class test. Abstract class test. That is our suppose instance block. Okay, then if you write a static block, so guys, it compile happily. It compile what? It compile, guys, happily. Okay, without any what? Exception. It compile happily without any what, guys? Exception. So guys, that is one difference as well. Okay, listen, guys. This difference, guys, as well. Okay. This is, guys, difference number 7. Okay, difference number 7, guys. So guys, Now difference number 8. This is last difference. Okay, it's very important guys. It's very important. So guys, what is the last difference? I will show you what is the last difference, which is very important guys. Okay, what difference? So guys, is it possible to take constructor inside the interface? Point number 8. Point number 8. Possible guys, just tell me, is it possible what to take constructor what inside interface, inside the interface? Is it possible to take constructor what guys, constructor inside the interface? Can we declare constructor concept inside interface? Or this question you may can know in this way. So what can we create? What can we create? Not create again. Can we declare? Right? Can we declare constructor? What can we declare constructor? Constructor guy concept what inside what interface? Guys, tell me any idea? Guys, tell me any idea? Absolutely no guys. Answer will be guys, answer will be what? Answer will be absolutely no. Absolutely no. Right? Answer will be absolutely no. Okay? Because guys, why? Because we know very well, right? The purpose of constructor is to perform the initialization of the instance variable. Yes or no? The purpose of the constructor is what? Perform the initialization of instance variable. But within the interface, every variable is always static. So no question for instance variable, right? That's why guys, constructor concept is not applicable inside the interface. Of course not required guys. Of course not required, because every variable present inside a always static, that is already initialized. That's why guys, constructor such type of terminology is not applicable in interface. Right? What I told guys? Once again I will repeat. So why constructor is not required? Why constructor is not there? Is not possible? Because the constructor, what? The purpose of constructor is what? The purpose of constructor is what? Perform the initialization of instance variable, right? But within the interface, every variable is always static. No question for instance variable, right? That's why guys, constructor concept is not applicable, right? Inside the interface. Of course not required guys. Every variable present inside interface always static, that is already initialized. That's why constructor such type of terminology is not applicable in interface. But guys, what will happen in what? Abstract class, right? What will happen in abstract class guys? See guys, what will happen? So guys, but what? But inside the what? Abstract class. But inside the abstract class, we can what? We can declare constructor what? Constructor which what? Which is what? Or which will get, which will be executed, which will be get what? Executed. Yes or no? At the what? Executed at the given at the time of at the time of what? Child at time of child object creation, right? At time of child object, okay, at time of child object creation, okay. That is the main difference, right? We can use FC class guy, right? We can declare constructor which will be executed at the time of child object creation. That is the main difference, right, between what? Interface and what? Abstract class. That is the point number 8. So guys, the all point I have written one by one and I have explained in front of you. Okay. Apart of that guide, I will show also this thing so for you. So what I have written here, same thing you can see here as well, right? So what is the exact difference between interface and abstract class? So last time, so I will explain one more time. So how it is differentiate, and in which scenario we need to choose the interface and which scenario we need to choose the abstract class. That means if interview may ask, so when we need to choose the interface, when we need to choose the abstract class, so that difference you can tell to them, so definitely they will appreciate a lot. Okay, so guys, what I mentioned one last time I will explain this thing. So guys, first what I have told you, if you don't know anything about implementation, just we have requirement specification, then we should go for what? Interface, just that reverse. So if you're talking about implementation but not completely, partial implementation, then we should go for abstract class, right? That's the first point guy. Second point guy, inside interface every method is always public and abstract, right? Already what I mentioned here, right? So whether we are declaring or not, hence interface also called, right? What? 100% pure abstract class, right? Just reverse guy. So every method present in abstract class need not be public and need not be abstract. In addition to what? Method we can what? In the abstract class it should be what? It may be what? Concrete method as well. Okay? That is second point guy. Third point guy, we can't declare interface method with the following modifiers: public and abstract, right? As a final static, synchronous and native script. Already I mentioned you. But there is no restriction on abstract class method modifier guy, right? So point number 4 guy, every variable present inside interface is always public, static and final, whether we are declaring or not. But in the case of abstract class guy, the variable present inside abstract class need not be public, static and final. There is no any restrictions are there guy. Point number 5, we can't declare interface variable with the following modifiers guy. Already I mentioned you, private, protected, transient, volatile, right? Because we are not going to use the what? Serialization. That's we are not applicable for the transient, right? We are not going to use the final. That's where volatile keyword we are not going to use, right? Final means what? Fixed. Volatile means keep on changing, right? That is the point. Point number 5. So, but in abstract class, there is no any restriction for such type of modifier. You can use happily. So, point number 6, guys. For interface variable compulsory, we should what? Perform initialization at the time of declaration. Otherwise, you will get the compile time error, right? But in the case of abstract class, we don't have such type of what? Issue. Point number 7 guys, inside interface we can't declare instance and static block, otherwise we will get the compile time error. But in the case of abstract class we can't declare instance and static block as well. We don't have any what? Issue. Last point but not least, so inside interface we can declare constructor, right? Inside interface we can't declare constructor, but inside the abstract class we can declare constructor. Why? Because which will be executed at time of child object creation. So guys, these all are the points which are very, very important. If you remember all the points, definitely you can what? Give the answer to the interviewer very confidently. So by which what? The interviewer will appreciate a lot. They will convince a lot. That is the main thing. So this question may ask by interview most of the interview. Okay guys, that's it in this video. So guys, if you like this video, please guys like, Okay, subscribe and share among your friends. Okay, so definitely I will bring such type of video which will be very helpful for your your implementation purpose, as well as suppose once ever if you are going to give any interview, if you are attending any interview, so it will helpful for you guys. Thank you guys, bye bye, we'll meet in next video very soon.